Hey, welcome to this week on Sitting Around. No, actually, it's another episode of Golfing Around. We're kind of taking it easy and slow this week. We're down south. We're in the sandhills of North Carolina, the home of American golf. Donald Ross, many other famous people have roamed these sandhills in the pursuit of golf perfection. And that's what you're going to find this week on Golfing Around from the sandhills of North Carolina. I better get up and go put my golf cleats on. Oh. Hey, we're joined by Joe Gay right now, and he knows a little bit about North Carolina and the flavor of the sandhills. He's a local boy done good, head golf pro here at Tobacco Road. Joey, the sandhills of North Carolina, everything.
Oh, just a great place to live, a great place to visit. Golf courses formed here over a century ago. People have been coming down to the sandhills to enjoy great golf vacations. And, you know, obviously the Pinehurst Resort, everybody knows about the Pinehurst Resort with the U.S. Opens, all the history there. But there's over 35 golf courses here, Randy, to choose from, and we have a golf package that will fit just anybody's budget.
Wait, stop. If
Yep.
they wanted the golf package,
Right.
Where would they go?
www.tobaccoroadtravel.com, and we can fit all your needs. We're not that far away from you, 5 hours from the D.C. area, and the quality of golf here is stellar, as you'll see.
Yeah, bing, bang, bong. You get on the travel website, tobaccoroadtravel.com. Joe, what are they going to see there? They're going to see 35 great golf courses,
Correct.
like Tobacco Road, your golf course. What are they going to see there?
Exactly. What, you know, all the famous architects here, Donald Ross you had mentioned, Tom Fazio, Mike Strantz left some great artwork here that you're going to see today. But, I mean, from golf that started in 1895 up to current day projects, you'll see it all here.
Yeah, and it's so gorgeous. Tobacco Road, Joey's home course here, is a unique experience. We're also going to visit a couple other golf courses in this episode.
Mid Pines, built in 1921, another Donald Ross design. Right across the street, Pine Needles, a host of 3 U.S. Women's Opens. The #2 ranked golf course in the state of North Carolina. What's #1? Course #2 at Pinehurst #2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we're going to also visit a private club, National, which we can get you on by going through Tobacco Road Travel. National is a Jack Nicklaus signature golf course. Very lush, very nice, and we'll even try to get you on, Randy.
Oh, geez, imagine that. Hey, this is going to be a great episode of Golfing Around from the sandhills of North Carolina. You want to be tired of being old men and get out of these rocking chairs and go hit some balls?
Let's do it.
All right, fine.
All right.
You wait here. Wait a minute. Help me up, Joe. Help me. Get me up. You know how you judge a good golf course? It's pedigree. It's by great golf magazines like Golf Week and Golf Digest and Golf Magazine saying nice things about you. Joe, they've been saying, well, not so much you, but the golf course itself has gotten some great accolades.
They have. We're so fortunate to have this place, and Golf Magazine named it the #1 most adventurous golf course in America. Golf World, we're the #4 public golf course in America, so we're absolutely thrilled to have those accolades and thrilled that you're here today.
Thank you, appreciate it. Now look, we all know that Mike Strantz passed away several years ago. God touched him in short order and said, look, in your short life, we'll let you do some special things. This golf course, Tobacco Road, certainly is special, Joe. It plays in at what kind of yardage?
6,500 yards, so not very long by modern standards, but there's a few things you have to overcome to shoot a good score out here.
Yeah, you may say to yourself, 6,500 yards, I'm going to tear it up, baby. Well, the unique design, the topography, well, the fact that this golf course is built in an old...
It was abandoned sand quarry. Well, you're in the sandhills, so a lot of the golf course that you play out here will be the spoils from those sand quarries, so it creates some really interesting topography.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, this is the most interesting golf course I've ever seen. It is challenging, it is difficult, it is unique, it is beautiful.
And playable.
And playable, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, we market ourselves as a very difficult golf course, but if you choose the right set of tees, it's very intimidating, but Strantz gave you a lot of width to hit, not a whole lot of trees to curve it around, gave you some generous landing areas. Does look very difficult, but the landing areas are fair and ample, and of course with the length that we talked about, you're not having to grip it and rip it on every hole.
Yeah, it's an incredible journey you're about to take with us here on Tobacco Road. Of course, we start on number 1. Joe, tell us about it.
Number 1, a lot of golf course architects like to start you with a wide open hole, so it gives you a good feeling about the golf course, and not here. Forget about it.
Go to work right away.
Probably the second most intimidating golf shot on this golf course is number 1. It gets your heart pumping really good, and he shows you a little hint of fairway, so it's a little bit of a blind shot. However, the fairway is out there. You just have to trust me.
If I can find it. All right, let's tee it up. Hole number 1, Tobacco Road. That was fast and hot.
Yes, it was.
Your adrenaline's all fired up on hole number 1.
That's right. Gravity, too, took place. This green, unlike most of the greens on the golf course, actually slopes away from you. I let that one get away from me, but a front and back sloping green gives it a little twist. Well, Randy, I left a little more Tobacco Road on this green than I wanted, but I do have an uphill putt, fairly simple.
Did the nicotine from the tobacco give you the jitters? Is that what happened to you?
No, I didn't partake today.
Drop.
Oh,
Not bad.
not a bad start.
Seriously, what a great way to start the round, folks. You can see already that Tobacco Road is a challenge. As this course unfolds to you, it's just beautiful. It's a piece of work. It's a piece of artwork.
Golfing Around is brought to you by Tee Time Golf Pass, Antigua Golfwear, Tobacco Road Golf and Travel, the Northern Virginia Regional Park Authority, Harrison Golf Group, 1-800-T1-OFF, Rocky Gap Lodge and Golf Resort, The Wizard, the Witch, the Man of War, Myrtle Beach's finest.
You know, chances are if you've picked up a golf magazine in your hometown recently, you've seen a story or an ad for Tobacco Road, and this beautiful par 3, number 14, is the signature hole here, Joe, yeah?
Well, we like to say we have 18 signature holes, but yes, you could certainly pick this one out of a bunch. It's beautiful.
It really is. The cabin behind us was an old hunting cabin that folks used to use years ago. Now, well, you know, people sit in there and they laugh at my, well, not yours so much, your stroke, but my stroke. But really, there's not a lot to say about this hole. It's a downhill lie. What club are you selecting, sir?
Well, I've got a pitching wedge today. The pin's in the front. It's only 135 yards downhill, downwind, so we should be able to navigate it with a pitching wedge.
Let's enjoy it. Nice hit, Joe. That wind pushed it a little right. Look at that flag kicking. Nice.
All right.
Joey, what do you normally keep in your greens rolled at?
About 8 to 10. If they were any faster, they'd be unfair. There's a lot of undulation in them, as this green is. You're on the correct tier, so it's birdie time, Randy.
Let's see. Come on. You want me to give you that, or are you going to work for it? Beautiful hole. Beautiful hole. All right, we are on the apple barrel hole. A 1 and a 6 means 16, Joe. Yeah. Your favorite hole on Tobacco Road.
I love it. To me, it defines Tobacco Road. You know, we market ourselves as this monster that's Very tough golf, intimidating, and this hole is very intimidating, but it can be had. Short par 4, 326 yards, 3-wood wedge. You know, if you can kind of overcome the demons in your head of the forced carry, then you could have a good score here.
Now, when you say overcoming those demons of a forced carry,
yes, and this is a blind shot. It'll work on your mind a little bit, Randy, but you just have to kind of block all that out and focus on the task at hand.
This guy is going to attack the hole with what?
I'm going to hit a 3-wood. We're playing from the Ripper tees, taking it all the way back today. A little wind in our face, so we're going to try to carry that forced carry with the 3-wood today.
We present the apple barrel hole.
On this hole, you cannot see the landing area, so you have to pick out a target in the backdrop of the hole. We talk about it when we're giving lessons as an intermediate target. Well, in this case, the target is behind the hole. There's a tobacco flue, of all things, at Tobacco Road, a tobacco flue that you aim at. It's that black post in the backdrop. Great aiming point. We want to try to carry this 3-wood somewhere in the 220 to 230 range, somewhere near that post, and we'll be golden. We've managed to carry the forced carry in good shape. And again, you've got a large landing area here, so it's not quite as intimidating as what you dream up in your mind. It leaves a great, what I would call a go shot to this green of about 90 yards. And you know, you have a sand wedge or pitching wedge in hand, you should be able to hit the green.
Joe, you're absolutely right. I know why this is your favorite hole on the course. A lot of work, but if you place the ball correctly, excellent. Now place it correctly in the hole.
Overcome your demons, the blind shot. It becomes quite a tame hole because you only have wedge in your hand. So we've done the work. Let's see if I can somehow corral this one in.
I'm just going to smoke this stogie and watch you do all the work. Get in. Oh.
Know why I sell green space for a living.
Yeah, hey man. Joe, I love Tobacco Road. You're gonna love Tobacco Road. Where are you taking me next, buddy?
Well, I'm glad you had a good time, but more is to come. We're gonna go travel right down the road, a little south down US 1 to Mid Pines Golf Club, another Donald Ross design. And right across the street, Pine Needles. We're gonna get to enjoy that one. And then the Nicholas design we talked about, the private club, National.
Four! Hey, you know what? We've hit a little sandwich down the road here in the Sand Hills. This cat, Graham, is in charge of a property that's historic, great, awesome, has hosted U.S. Women Open Championships. It is known as
Pine Needles Lodge and Golf Club.
Yeah, Pine Needles Lodge and Golf Club. The history here, first of all, you guys are steeped in history.
Very much so. We opened for play here at Pine Needles in 1928. And it's been through a couple of different ownerships. Most recently, the Bell family, Peggy Kirk Bell. She's known as the First Lady of Golf. Actually, in a way, invented golf instruction for ladies. We're a 3-time host of the Women's U.S. Open, 1996, 2001, and most recently in 2007.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So it's a great facility.
You know who would know about golf? A guy that has some Irish history. That name of yours, look, that name. What is that, Irish?
Good Irish name, yes it is.
It's a good Irish name. He's a pro here. He knows what the course is about. Let's first talk about Pine Needles. This is absolutely gorgeous. The azaleas are blooming, the topography. Tell us about the golf course.
Yeah, it's a good time of year to come out to Pine Needles. Every time of year is good to come out here though. It's a traditional old Donald Ross golf course. The grasses are all modern, but it's still pretty much the original topography. We've redone a couple greens and some tee boxes, lengthened it a little bit to make it, hold up to technology and stuff now. Great golf course from tee to green the whole way around, beautiful views. Not too penal off the tee, but around the greens, you're getting some bad spots. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Well, it's time to tee it up, me and the pro. I've got a 24 handicap, so you're probably gonna lose,
Most likely.
Yeah, whatever, just put your money on the table before the round starts.
Yes, sir.
Let's go out to Pine Needles and take a look at this fabulous and historic golf course.
Golfing Around is brought to you by Tee Time Golf Pass, Antigua Golfwear, Tobacco Road Golf and Travel, the Northern Virginia Regional Park Authority, Harrison Golf Group, 1-800-T1-OFF, Rocky Gap Lodge and Golf Resort, The Wizard, the Witch, the Man of War, Myrtle Beach's finest.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tom Parsons. I'm the Director of Golf for the National Golf Club in the Sandhills of North Carolina. I'm here today to help you get out of these bunkers that have very high lips like you see here at National Golf Club. What I'm going to try and do for you is to make the golf shot real simple. You'll hear from your playing partners or from your members of your club, oh, you got to swing the club outside in, you got to open the face wide open, all those types of things. Technology today, you've got a 60 to 64 degree wedge in your hand. Don't need to open it so much. Try and keep it square. What I like to do when I'm in the bunker is I dig in like you always see on the Golf Channel, wherever you are. You dig in to get good firm placement. You got your club square. Now I'm going to ask you to do, what I'm going to ask you to do is different, is you're going to just take a half swing where you're about 9 o'clock on the hour hand, shaft to the sky, very important that you make sure you hinge that hand, and then you follow through with the shot. I see a lot of people when they're in the bunker take it all the way back. When you do that, you sway off the ball. I don't want you to do that. I want you to stay centered over the ball. You can take the club back to 9 and follow through. And that's how you get out of a bunker. If you want to come play national, log on to www.tobaccoroadtravel.com.
Now we're at Mid Pines Inn and Golf Club, which is right across the street from Pine Needles Lodge and Golf Club. This is our sister property that was built in 1921. It was actually built before Pine Needles. It was run by a separate family, and the Bell family purchased it with some other investors in 1994, and they are now both co-run under the same ownership. The course is only 6,500 yards, but it's as hard as 6,500 yards as you'll find. It's absolutely gorgeous. Every hole is pine tree lined. Doesn't seem like it's a very intimidating golf course visually. The greens are small, they're very undulating, they're very fast, and get in a lot of trouble that you don't see. But the golf course is still user-friendly. There's not a lot of hazards or anything like that. It's a very typical old Donald Ross masterpiece. It's just an absolute gem. It's always in wonderful shape, and it's just a perfect place to play. Thanks for joining us, and please come to Pine Needles or Mid Pines and visit us for your next vacation.
The National Golf Course is a wonderful spot. It has a great location right in the center of the Sandhills here. The property was opened, we just celebrated our 21st birthday, so the property is 21 years old now, and we've just had a wonderful time for the last 21 years. The golf course is built and designed by Jack Nicklaus. It's a signature golf course, so that means that he was here hands on the project quite extensively and really drew from the area his inspiration to design the golf course. And as we've talked with him many times about it and his thoughts on it, you know, he really wanted to copy let the hills determine the slopes of the fairways and greens rather than take the land and move it a lot. So he really didn't move very much earth to create the holes that are here. As he designed the golf course, he laid them out so that there are very, very few parallel holes here. So as you play one hole, generally that's about all you see. So it creates a wonderful experience when you're playing throughout the day, so that you really only see maybe the group in front of you and maybe the group behind you, and that's about it. So as you play the day, you don't get the sense that the golf course is ever busy, but it's always just in a nice smooth pace. The design of the golf course is that it mirrors sort of some of the Donald Ross areas that you see on many of our golf courses here. We are a private gated community. We have approximately 400 members that are members here, but they can access the golf course through Tobacco Road Golf and Travel. We work with them to access people to play the golf course here. They're very great people to work with, and we've enjoyed a lot of folks that they've sent to us.
So if you're going to visit the Sandhills of North Carolina, downtown Pinehurst with the villages, the shops, the boutiques, and of course a couple great pubs like Darling House, right Donald? Right. And of course Dugan's are great places to go. You hit the links during the day, You come down to the Pinehurst Village at night, and while you drink a few pints, right, Don? Right. And you have a good time, maybe sing karaoke at Dugan's. So let's take a look at the village of Pinehurst. You wait here. Another lost ball. Hey, thanks for joining us this week on Golfing Around Sandhills, North Carolina. Get down here, experience history, experience some of the finest golf courses in the whole wide world. See you next week on Golfing Around.